These are 10 amazing shaders for Minecraft Bedrock 1.20. Starting off with the Nitro Shader. When you load into this shader, you'll immediately notice that we have this really cool fog effect. You will also notice that we have new and realistic clouds over here, along with a nice photorealistic sun as well. I also really do like how they made the colors a bit more saturated and a bit more brighter. And the water looks absolutely phenomenal with this really beautiful texture. And if you go underwater, here are how things do look like. They are a little bit foggy, but still really amazing. And this is how the sunset does look like. It looks super duper beautiful, and you can even see the sun being reflected on the water over here, and this is honestly a total vibe. Next up, we have the amazing shader. When you load into the amazing shader, you will notice that there actually really isn't much of a fog effect. However, the sky is made to be completely different, and of course they did make the colors a bit more saturated, which really does look pretty. And here's how the water does look like. As you can tell, the water is made to be bright blue, and here's how it looks like underwater. It does look pretty nice. And here is the nice beautiful sunset. As you can tell, the sunset is actually made to be in a diamond shape, and you can tell that the light is being reflected on like the ground and stuff like that. Next up, we have the universal pack shaders. This shader has a really nice fog effect to it, and if you actually go ahead and get close to the grass, you'll notice that they actually do have a really nice and smooth animation, which definitely does look amazing. Again, you will also notice that they did change the sky as well. We have realistic clouds, and of course we do have a realistic sun as well. The water also does have a really cool texture to it, and if you go underwater, here's how things do look like. They definitely do look pretty nice. And of course, we cannot forget about this fantastic sunset. As you can tell, the sunset is like literally photorealistic, and you can see all the different shades of orange. Next up, we have the Bumbli Shader. You will notice that they do make the textures way more brighter, and look at the leaves over here. They look absolutely amazing. They are made to be way more brighter, and of course they have this really cool wavy animation that I can honestly appreciate. Also, in general, you will notice that there is a slight fog effect, and the colors are made to be slightly brighter, and the water has this really nice texture to it that I can definitely appreciate. It has this really cool like flowing animation to it, which I really do like. But if you guys go underwater, here's how things do look like. They look super duper amazing. And right over here, we do have the sunset, and this is just beautiful. We have the sunset right behind the cherry blossom biome over here, and as you can tell, there's just so many like beautiful colors. And next up, we have the eternal shader. When you load into the shader, you'll notice that there is a slight fog effect, and of course, if you guys actually do come close to any tree, you'll notice that yet again we do have these really nice wavy leaves. Here we have the sky over here. It looks super duper amazing with these nice photorealistic clouds over here, and we got the water over here, and yet again we do have this really cool water animation over here. It's literally like the water flowing in one direction, which I really do like. And if you guys go underwater, here's how things do look like. They do look pretty standard, and I actually really like the sunset of the shader over here. As you can tell, it is just absolutely gorgeous, and you can see the nice bright sun right over there. Next up, we have the HYRD shader. When you load into this shader, you will immediately notice that they change the sky completely over here. We have this really aesthetic, really nice pink sky over here, and it matches perfectly with the brand new cherry blossom biome over here. It's genuinely a total vibe, and you will notice that they actually did change the lighting a little bit more, so things look a bit more aesthetic, if that's what you could say. And oh my god, yo, they even changed the colors of some of the leaves. All right, this is genuinely a pretty good shader. And to make things even better, bro, there's literally like this really nice animation of like the water going to the side, and if you go underwater, you can expect it to look pretty nice. And here is the sunset right over here. It looks absolutely phenomenal, and it definitely is a total vibe with all the nice purple and pink color right over here. So this is a very unique shader, but in my opinion, it is honestly pretty amazing. Next up, we have the HYRD shader. When you load into this shader, you'll immediately notice that we get a completely different sky over here. It is made to be like a way more brighter blue, and also you will notice that we have this really sick looking fog effect over here. And bam, look at this, guys, we have another shader with nice pretty water over here that has really cool animation. And here's how things do look like underwater. This will basically work on any device, regardless if you have a high-end device or a low-end device. And over here we do have nice realistic clouds over here and a pretty nice looking sun. Here's how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, the sun is massive, bro, and you can kind of see like a bunch of glares, and you can see the sun shining out. It looks super duper phenomenal, and of course the lighting will just completely change into this really nice beautiful orange color. Next up, we have the simple shader. So this is a shader that will work on any device, including low-end devices, and they don't really change much except for a few things. Most notably, they actually do change the water over here. As you can tell, the water is made to be far more brighter, and if you actually go ahead and go close to it, you'll notice that the water is nice and smooth, so that's honestly pretty good. And here's how things do look like whenever you do go underwater. They are honestly such a total vibe. This is a shader that's not going to cause any lag, and if you actually go ahead and turn it to sunset, you will notice that it basically looks like the regular vanilla version of Minecraft. But I decided to include this shader just because I know there's some people out there who maybe don't have the best devices, and this shader is definitely for you. Next up, we have the BOOG shader. When you load into this shader, you will notice that we have this really nice looking fog effect everywhere, and of course the lighting is actually made to be a little less saturated, if that does make any sense. So the colors aren't really as bright or anything like that, but if you guys actually go ahead and take a look at the sky, you will notice that we have nice realistic clouds. You will notice that we have this really cool sun that actually has like rays coming out of it, which is honestly, you know, pretty sick, not gonna lie. Really nice to see a Render Dragon shader have it. And of course we do have the fog effect, you know, just in general. And we have this really cool water animation. It's super duper unique. It definitely does look pretty nice. But if you guys go underwater, here's how things do look like. You could expect things to look absolutely beautiful underwater. And right over here is my favorite part. We have the sunset right over here, but you can see that the sun is actually like showing rays and stuff like that. That is just honestly super duper beautiful. And of course you can see the entire lighting change over here, and this will literally transform any Minecraft 1.20 world. So next up, we have the SFRD shader. When you load into this shader, you will notice that the colors are actually made to be a bit more saturated and brighter, which is definitely pretty nice. You will also notice that whenever we do fly around, we have this really nice looking fog effect, which is honestly a total vibe. And right over here we have the water. The water is made to be much more like smoother, and it looks way more better. And here is how it does look like whenever you do go underwater. But in my personal opinion, this shader truly shines when it is the sunset. If you set the shader to sunset, you will notice that we have this really nice simple sunset over here. The sun is literally in a diamond shape, and there's so many different shades of orange. The downloads to these shaders can be found in the link in the description down below. See you later, French fries.